Hello students, today I am going to discuss Carey-Foster-Bridge experiment. Okay, so aim of the experiment to determine the resistance per unit length of bridge Carey-Foster-Bridge wire and to determine the very low unknown resistance. Okay, now what are the apparatus we have to use? We have to use the Carey-Foster-Bridge, unknown low resistance box, lead commutator, the jockey one way, and the galvanometer and the connecting wire. So you know the Carey-Foster-Bridge based on the Wheatstone-Bridge principle. Now this is the Wheatstone-Bridge principle. See, the Wheatstone-Bridge principle is nothing but the four resistance are connected in such a way that is two are connected in series and two are connected in parallel. Say R1, R2, R3, R4, four resistance are connected, one galvanometer is connected, that is the junction of the resistance, and one key is here, and this is the DC power supply, okay, and then another key is there. So what is the balance condition? The balance condition means the ratio of that is R1 or R2 equals to R3 by R4. So when this is a balance condition, and that time the galvanometer is showing zero deflection, okay. So Carey-Foster-Bridge based on that Wheatstone-Bridge principle. So if you know the three resistance R1, R2, R3, you can easily calculate another four resistance, okay. So this is the circuit diagram of Carey-Foster-Bridge. So it's a meter bridge. This is a 1 meter long bridge wire, okay. First you need to calculate the resistance per unit length of this bridge wire and to determine the unknown resistance, okay. So there is a four gap, so gap 1, gap 2, gap 3, gap 4, okay. So P and Q, two resistance, or R1 or R2, whatever are two resistance are connected, and another one resistance, say X or R3, whatever you have to mention, there is connected, and unknown resistance Y you need to calculate. So if you know P, Q, X, three resistance, easily you can calculate unknown resistance 4. And this is a commutator and this is a galvanometer, okay. So at the balance condition, that is the ratio of P by Q equals to R by S, and that time the galvanometer showing the zero deflection, right. So this is the entire theory portion. I am not going to details, okay. So this is a working formula for the resistance per unit length, that is rho, that is X by L2 minus L1. Now X is the fractional resistance, and L1 and L2, L1 and L2 is the length for the zero deflection length for the gap 1, that is the left gap, or and L2 is the say right gap, and this is the working formula, that is Y equals to X minus L2 minus L1 into rho. Y is the unknown resistance and X is the applied resistance to determine the unknown low resistance, okay, in the fractional resistance box, okay. So you need to calculate those things two, that is the rho and the unknown resistance Y. This is the procedure. So I am going to in the simulation part now. This is the Carey-Foster-Bridge setup, okay. This is a 1 meter long bridge wire. This is the meter bridge setup. So this is a 1 meter long bridge wire. This is a jockey. If you slide on that jockey, it can move, okay, the jockey portion. And this is the digital galvanometer is here, and the resistance also be here. This is the resistor, this is the fractional resistor, this is the battery, the unknown resistance, and the copper strip. First you need to make the circuit. So I am just click it and drag and drop the copper strip. You just click and drag it and drop it, say gap 1, okay, and the resistance you just drag and drop, say in the gap 2, and again in the resistance in the gap 3, and this is the fractional resistance you connected in the gap 4, okay. Now this is the battery you just connected in the circuit. So now the circuit is completed, okay. 4 resistance P, Q, and the fractional resistance box, and this is the copper strip is here. So you just press on that button, that is the continue, okay. So this is a continue button is the press, and there is a power on. You just press on that power on button, the circuit is activated, okay. Now what you need to calculate, you need to calculate the null deflection, okay, for determination of the resistance per unit length. Now you just click on that fractional resistance box, there are different resistance. You just unmark a resistance, say 0.1 we have applied, so P and Q both are showing 0.1, and now again you click on that fractional resistance, you choose it any, there is a different resistance, a fractional, small, large. If you click on the small, it's showing the small resistance. If you click on the large, so it's a large resistance. So we need to choose the fractional resistance. Okay, in the resistance fractional resistance box you just mark the 0.1 in the unmarked. Okay, now this is the jockey, you just slide the jockey and you just calculate the null deflection. Null deflection means zero deflection. Okay, so it's very close to 0. You make sure it will be 0 or very close to 0. Now it's a negative, I am just trying to make it 0. You do it very carefully. Okay, now it's 1 minus 1.97, now it's minus 0.22. you can take that value is 0. minus 22 is very close to 0, or you make to 0, then it will be very better. Okay, so what is the value? Say 51.2. so you take value, say L1 in the left gap, you just put it value in your tables. What is the tables? This is the tables. You just put your value for the left gap, that is the L2. You just put your value here. Okay, then again you go back to in the simulation part. This is your table. Next you take that reverse connection. When you click on that reverse connection button, then it will be opposite, that is the unknown fractional resistance and the capacitors are interchanged. Okay, and again you need to calculate the null point, that is the zero deflection. Okay, you just try to make it 0. Okay, I am trying. It's very close to 0, or it's exact 0, say 0.95, whatever, or you make it 0. Okay, then the value is 49.2. Similarly, you just take that value in the tables, you just put it in the tables in the right gap, you put it value 49.2. okay, and the fractional resistance is all X, that is 0.1. you just write it here, fractional resistance 0.1. so first fractional resistance is 0.1, the left gap is the 51.2, right gap 49.2. then you calculate the difference L2 minus L1, and then you calculate the row, that is X 0.1, and L2 minus L1, you calculate value of row. Okay, so like that you need to take 4 to 5 data. The first one, the fractional one, 0.1. okay, again you just click on the reverse connector, again it's already in the previous condition. Now you choose the, say, another one, then now it's 0.3. the resistance is applied in the fractional resistance box, it's 0.3. okay, in a similar way you just using that jockey pointer, you can take that null point, whatever the value, where the value is 0 or close to 0, you take that value L1. okay, in the similar way you just make it the reverse connection, and you take the 0, again the null deflection for the opposite, that is the left gap or right gap. Okay, you need to take. So in the similar way you take 4 to 5 data, say 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, 0.7, make the different combination, and you need to take 4 to 5 data. Okay, and you put all the value in that table, and then you calculate the value of row, and then finally you calculate the mean row. Okay, now the first part is completed to determine the resistance per unit length of the bridge wire. Okay, now I am going to discuss the second part, that is the determination of unknown resistance. Right, so what we have to do, we have to make it the reset. You press the reset button, the setup is in the beginning. Okay, again you make the circuit, you just close it, make the circuit, that is the P, this is the Q, this is the fractional resistance. Now you need to take that unknown resistance, you just drag it and drop it. Okay, now the unknown resistance is connected. So here there is a thermometer, but you do not calculate that temperature coefficients, we need to calculate the unknown resistance. So there is a unknown resistance. Now this is a battery, you just make it in the battery. Okay, then you again press it in the continue button, then you press on the power on. Now the circuit is activated. Now there is a select the resistance, so there is unknown resistance 1 or 2, the 1 and 2, you can choose any one, say unknown resistance 1. Now the resistor length, you choose the make the say resistor length 25, the full. I have chosen resistor length 25, and the resistor diameter, whatever you want to choose, so I am choosing 0.03, whatever you have to choose. Now same thing, this is a jockey, right? You apply that, now you apply the some resistance in the fractional resistance box, say 0.1. Okay, so P and Q both are again 0.1, and the fractional resistance box, already I have told there is a fractional, there is a small, so you just click on the small button and you choose that value, say 1. Okay, now the fractional resistance is 1, and again you just take that jockey position, you just change it. Now press it power on, then you just change the jockey position and try to make the 0 of the galvanometer reading. Okay, try to make it 0 or very close to 0. Okay, I am trying, it's 0 or very close to 0. Okay, so it's 0 or very close to 0 is little bit difficult, but say it's 0.15, it's very close to 0, you can take that value. Okay, now this is the resistance 1, fractional resistance, and the value of L1 is 62.4. okay, that is the value of L1. Again you put that value in your tables, this is your table for the unknown resistance. Okay, this is the X, already taken the value of X is 1 ohm, you can write here, and this is the left gap, you just put that value L2 prime is 62.4. okay, again you go back to your setup simulation part. Now you take the value in the opposite direction, that is the reverse connection, you just click on that reverse connection, the circuit will, that is the position of the fractional resistance and unknown resistance in the opposite. Okay, again you take that value for the L1, again make it 0. okay, you just sliding the jockey, you will try to make it 0, that is 0.86, that is 0.81, that is 0. This again 2.0, say it's 0.86, you make it 0 or very close to 0. okay, if it is better, you make it perfectly 0 or very close to 0, and that value is 37.3. in the similar way you can write your value for the right gap, that is L1 prime 37.3. okay, so you just calculate, that is the difference L2 prime minus L1 prime, and you calculate the value Y, that is X minus L2 prime minus L1 prime into rho. So X is the value 1 ohm, and L2 L1 we have already calculated, and rho previous, that is the mean rho you have already calculated, so you calculate the value of Y. okay, so in the similar way you can, again you change the reverse connection, in the similar way you can choose the smaller value, and another one say 2, you can choose the value 2. For when you choose the value of 2, again you take that value in the null point for the left gap as well as the right gap. So in the same process you can take 4 to 5 data for different values of fractional resistance. okay, 1, 2 or 3 or 4, whatever you can choose, you can take that different value and just put in your tables all the values and calculate the Y, then you calculate the mean Y. So we have finished your experiment, that is the Carey-Foster bridge experiment. okay, thank you for the patience.